Kat Lloyd, Paw Pals TV, and I'm here with James Nuckles here in Killeen, Texas. And recently you had a situation come up with the Killeen Animal Shelter. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, they actually came knocking on my door for somebody else. Apparently a neighbor called for something that isn't even illegal. In Killeen, you're allowed to leave your animals out 24/7 as long as you have shelter and food and water outside. So what they even came knocking on the door for wasn't even an issue in the first place, but they came knocking on my door because a neighbor left his animals out all night. And then I was like, well, that's not me. And they're like, well, you're going to tell me who they are? Well, of course I'm not. Why are you going to ask me that in the first place? And then he went on to say, well, how about your paperwork? Let me check your animals. Well, what did I do wrong? Why do I got to just show you paperwork?
Who came out?
It was an animal control guy.
Do you know a name?
No, I didn't bother getting his name.
Okay.
But I, you know, being the First Amendment audit videos that I watch it frequently on YouTube, I should have probably videotaped the whole thing, because and I lost friends for the Constitution. I swore to. The Fourth Amendment says I don't have to show you anything unless I broke a law. You know, show me a warrant, and then they come knocking on the door, quizzing me about my neighbors because somebody called and said.
Do you know who called?
Yeah, the neighbor a couple doors down.
The same neighbor that called on Bruce?
From what I understand, I mean, I don't have firsthand knowledge, but from what I understand, and
okay.
Like I said, they weren't even calling on me. And then all of a sudden, he's going to start quizzing me on stuff.
Do you have pets?
I have a few, yeah.
Okay. Do they, were they trying to question you about your pets, even though?
Yeah,
okay.
Even though they were called for somebody else.
So at the end, how did that end up?
I brought him a Constitution and explained how he was a vet. He told me he was a vet, and I brought him a Constitution and explained to him the Fourth Amendment without a warrant and without me breaking the law. He can go screw himself.
Okay. Did he understand?
He kind of looked heartbroken after I told him that. And I just walked away because, like I said, I lost friends for it. I lost a friend in the Fort Hood shooting. I lost a friend in '07 who was giving an NCO first aid after our convoy got hit doing patrols in Iraq. You know, and I take that very seriously. I swore an oath to protect the Constitution. I, to this day, will die for it. You don't come knocking on doors just asking for stuff with no cause. That's nonsense.
So what's your message to the city of Killeen and the animal ordinance?
Somewhere in history, our civil servants start getting called leaders. They're not, they're employees. They get paid off of a revenue pyramid scheme called extortion. They seem to forget their place. We're in charge, not them. They heard enough of us, they lose their paycheck. They don't pay taxes, they get paid by taxes.
You're obviously a veteran.
I'm a disabled veteran. I did 8 years and I joined at 30 years old, and I knew fully well what I was getting into. And the behavior of these people knocking on doors without cause just disgusts me.
Have you ever seen anything like this in the United States at this time?
No, not at all. I mean, I heard stories about Philly and stuff when I was growing up, but I mean, that's all hearsay, and there's news footage of it and stuff, so I can't dispute it, but we're turning into Germany in the 30s. We're literally turning into the Germany in the 30s before everybody's eyes, and nobody's stepping up to do anything about it.
What is your message to the city of Killeen, directly to them?
They need to train their people better. They need to figure out what's going on, and they need to stop harassing people without cause. Victimless crimes. You don't go out looking for revenue, okay? Like I said, you heard enough of the actual people who are paying you and they leave. Like I said, you want to drive me out of your city, I'll be more than happy to leave. Somebody else will be more than happy to have me, I'm sure.
How long have you lived in Killeen?
I've been here for 13 years.
Based on what you're experiencing right now, and especially with animals and what happened with Bruce, would it change your mind about staying here?
It could definitely, potentially, because I've been here that long and never had a problem. We've been a great bunch of neighbors. It's been a quiet neighborhood. It's one person moves in and then all of a sudden they can ruin it for everybody because they just want to say stuff. And then you need proof. You can't just call and accuse people of stuff and then go, like I said, this isn't Nazi Germany.
And I feel you on that one. I was born in a communist socialist country. We came to this country because of the Constitution of the United States.
Which one, do you mind me asking?
Cuba.
Cuba? My dad's from Peru.
There
he
you
came
go.
here in his teens.
Yeah. So this means an awful lot to us, and that's the reason why I'm here. But Bruce, what harm did he do?
Nothing.
Did you know him?
And see, that's the funny part, okay? I've been here 13 years. I've never had a problem with any of their pets, And I couldn't appoint you out on a page and tell you that they belong to him. So this woman here, after 24 hours, who could get one put down and insist she knew it so well, that disgusts me. The city should be ashamed of itself. It should be ashamed of itself.
James, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Somebody's got to care.
Okay, I care. I will not stop until this changes. Is that good?
Hey, I do the same thing. That's why I pass out pocket constitutions.
Yeah.
That's why I had one on par for that guy when he showed up.
I want one. Give it to I love that. Thank you so much.
I'm waiting on my next box in the mail, so.
Thank you so much. If I come back out here, hopefully we'll meet again. Okay, next time we're cooking out. Okay, let's cook
I
out.
barbecue like a madman, so.
You're talking my language. Language, okay?
All right.
Thank you so much. This is Kat Lloyd, Paw Pals TV. Remember, spay, neuter, microchip. Be kind to your animals. And if you have a problem, call me. See you guys next time.
We're all heartbroken. We all love Bruce. He was an amazing dog. My kids loved him. He would jump on the trampoline with them. He was always happy to see them. Gentle as could be with them.
Did you ever see any aggression?
Never. The first time I met him, yes, his size was intimidating, but not once did I see any